Hey everybody, what's crack-a-lackin'? Can somebody give me a 5 for 5? I've got, I'm trying out a new mic, or a different mic. Just trying to make things a little bit better, a little bit more quality. Jammer sent me a microphone. I use it from time to time, and I use this Yeti that I got here in front of me. Had it for years.
Somebody give me a 5 for 5.
I've got, had the need to, I'm trying out a new mic. Or a different mic. Just trying to make things a little bit better, a little bit more
Hold on
quality.
a second, guys. Sorry.
Jammer sent me a microphone. I use it from time.
There we go. All right. So, are we 5 for 5? I apologize.
I've got the need to try out a new mic.
Okay. How does it sound? I mean, does it sound any better? Is there anything wrong with the sound?
Hey, Planet Hermit, AD Tether, 84 Tax, Stacy, what's up? Wise Jen? Enlightened True Seeker, what's happening? Yeah, my wife actually brought that to me, Enlightened True Seeker. Everybody needs to read that. Let me just highlight that one. Hey, Nacho X, what's up? What is up? Hey, Ivan. CR, what's up? Okay, sounds good? Okay, cool. Cool, because I messed it a little bit, just trying to make things sound a little bit better. I'm trying to, we got fiber optics going to be installed also, so I'll be able to give you guys a little bit more higher quality video itself. Are we getting an echo? Or not? If we are, let me know. Hey, Mark. What's cracking? Echo's gone? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. I actually had a YouTube playing in the background. That's probably really what it was. That was my fault. So, all right, guys. So here we go. I'm going to just stop. I'm sorry it took me a minute here to kind of get going. This is a pretty big story. I don't know that everybody's taking it, to the, just trying to share it out with everybody. But this is one of those things that, yeah, I've been telling everybody for a long time, and I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about how we're seeing Aurora too far south. You know what I mean? Hey, Tiger NZ, what's happening? I responded to your email, by the way. Anyway, lost my train of thought again. There I've had a lot of brain fog today, guys. I don't know why. Hey, Josie. But anyway, guys, so we got this is a big coronal hole. I want to show you guys this stuff first, and then we'll talk about the new data, the research paper that came out. It's something I've been, like I said, been talking about for a long time, and it does confirm what we've kind of been telling people to be, getting prepped up for. But again, we'll go at that here in just a second. But guys, this is SDO. Most of you guys know what SDO is. It is a satellite. It's in low Earth orbit. It's in geosynchronistic orbit. What that means is 12 months, baby. Heck yeah, baby. Oh yeah. There you go. I love that. I love seeing 12 months there. It's awesome. So cool. Thanks, Planet Hermit. Appreciate you, brother. Alright, yeah. Anybody's been here that long and been a member that long, I can't remember exactly. Here, let me do this real quick. Yeah, it ain't gonna let me do that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do that. Hey, and the Evolution Studios, what's happening? Okay, so let me get Planet Hermit's thing back up there. All right. But yeah, so we got this coronal hole. This is most likely going to give us some sort of geomagnetic storming. It's going to increase our solar wind, but we're probably just now connecting to it. Okay, it's not quite into the Earth strike zone. Well, the leading edge is, but the Earth strike zone is this rectangle right here in the middle. For those that don't know. And again, this is SDO satellites in geosynchronistic orbit. And all that means, so everybody understands, it stays over the same part of our planet while it keeps it. Oh goodness! It keeps it keeps its eye on the sun at all times. Okay, so that's what it does. So we're gonna, yeah. Okay, here we go. So, man, I tell you guys, I got brain fog bad today. I don't know what the heck is going on. I mean, I'm squirrely usually anyway, but haven't felt the best, but, you know. Hey, John, what's up? Ricky, what's happening? So, right here, guys, this is the forecast, NOAA's forecast. This is the official forecast. Now, I've been seeing some stuff in the data today that may not necessarily point to this being correct. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I thought I had that pulled up. Let's go here to Discover Data. Okay, so what do we got here? This is the data that we look at, right? The BZ, we look for -6 or more. When it's in -6, it highlights it here in purple. Okay, so when it does do that, we're wide open, not really wide open. We're just, our magnetics are in a position that it just draws the stuff in, right? And so likewise is true when it's in the positive. So we look at this red line, and it is, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people share this opinion, it is the single most data point that we need to look at if we think we're going to be getting a geomagnetic storm. Because I've seen this take a big, fast, high dense hit, but the BZ was in the positive, so we never got the storm level. So with that being said, you know, then we can go down here and we look at the density. And guys, I pay attention to the density, but again, this is my opinion. I don't think it has the amount or the ratio of effect on things like the BZ does, and the speed. Okay, I've seen this go, you know, 40, 50 on density and never even get into geomagnetic storming at all. Okay, but then, you know, the speed, anything over 500, I mean, we're probably going to get into storm levels typically. 3 to 500 is normal. So, you know, if we see a thing of like, I don't know, maybe 600, 650, that's kilometers per second. So when we say that, we're saying that, like, you know, if you get to, what is it now? I think it's 800 kilometers per second. That would be, I think it's 2 million miles per hour. And that's just kind of the rule of thumb, right? So anyway, we look at the speed. I do think that this affects things a little bit more than what density does. Now, density on its own can actually give us a geomagnetic storm too. And I'm saying all this so you guys understand that it's not just one data point that puts us into storm level. It takes everything to kind of line up. And, you know, sometimes, unfortunately, it does. And sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't. So, you know, it's neither good or bad is what I'm trying to say when we get into geomagnetic storming. It's just something that we deal with, right? And we have to have some of it, though, because it will block cosmic rays for us. But when our magnetic field and stuff is actually weakening, what are we talking about, right? We're talking about taking bigger hits when that's happening. And what I mean by that is we can have the same conditions and get into higher storm levels when our magnetic field's weaker. And again, that's a natural cycle too. And obviously we talk about pole flips and stuff like that causes that. There's a bunch of other things that cause it also. So I just want to, you know, again, we don't just look at one thing. We look at a bunch of things. So, and this is also why I nowcast. I don't try to forecast out too much. Okay. Oh, just so you guys know, I got a super thanks from Planet Hermit a couple videos back. Very generous $100 super thanks. I want to make sure I tell people that because not very many people see the super thanks because it's in the comment section. If you guys didn't know you could do that, it's there. I'm not even going to sit there and talk about that right now. But I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget to tell Planet Hermit thank you for that. And I think Genius by Birth also did that for me too. And there was somebody else, so I'll have to go look. But I just want to make sure that you guys get recognized when you help out like that. It does help, and it does make a big difference. Also, we're going to be having some fun this week. I'm going to do like a game show type of thing over there. I'm even thinking about doing it here on the main channel for like 10 or 15 minutes. And I'll explain more about that later. But, yeah. So, this corona hole is going to come over here in the Earth strike zone. And when it does, we're going to connect to it magnetically via our interplanetary magnetic field line. Again, it's just our connection to the sun. All right. So those particles and stuff will latch hold of that, and it'll shuffle it right to us. These coronal hole streams most definitely put us into storm level a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to say that. Now, we've got this decent size. This one here, actually, there was a CME over here. A filament lifted off over here, and it peeled back the atmosphere, which is the corona. So that filament actually opened up that coronal hole. Most of the time, it will close it up. Okay? It'll open up for a second, and then you'll see the corona just go right back to normal and cover that hole up again. Also, I got asked here, why is that? Is that a hole in the sun? No, it's not a hole in the sun. It's a hole in the atmosphere of the sun. What you're seeing there in black, that is the surface. And the reason it's black is because the surface of the sun is actually colder than the atmosphere. So the darker colors on this ultraviolet imaging will typically point to colder temperatures right there in that area. So, yeah, so just something to leave that, make sure everybody understands that. So, even these little ones can give us issue, okay? It's all about timing most of the time. And again, the polarity inside that, the magnetic fields, if it lines up with the -6 and all that kind of stuff with the BZ, hey, then we got a solar storm again. So let me tell you, I'm going to give you guys a different look at this too. Now this is the same satellite, but this is going to show you darker like magnetic ropes right here. These are those filaments. Okay, and again, this is from Earth's perspective. It's just not. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. They can assign this any color they wanted. So the 304 wavelength isn't necessarily this red color. It's whatever we make it, right? Because you can go to a different website, a data point, and what you'll see is the 304 and the 211, all those different wavelengths of light, they'll assign different colors to them. Even a different, like college will be running like these what we're looking at right here. This is NASA's site though. But like over on, I believe it's Seeds, right here, I think, let's go back, let's look and see where, yeah, George Mason University runs this website. So, I mean, we can put whatever color we want to it, right? So I don't hold too much stock in the color. What you want to look at is the definition and what's actually happening here. This spot over here that's cresting, I'm sure you guys can see it. This thing is hyperactive. And I mean hyperactive. Alright? So, I'll just leave it at that. When it gets back when this thing rolls around, if it's still doing that when it gets here, we're going to be talking about probably some CMEs and some, other things. Hey, Tab, good to see you. Okay, so, when these dark filaments lift off, that's a CME also. So I just want, and again, guys, I'm just giving you guys the current space weather. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. So when I get past that, we'll talk about I'm about done giving you the current space weather. But I want to talk about what was in the thumbnail, because this is a big story. Okay, in my opinion, I think everybody should be talking about it, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a few minutes. Okay, so if we go back to the 7th, we see nothing, right? So let's go to the next day. Now this is from our perspective also, right? Now this particular CME, this particular day, actually, was it there or was it on the 6th? Hold on one second. I'm going to take this back to the 6th. Because I think, check this one out for a second. Okay, anyway, this is the one I wanted to show you. This is an actual disc on the camera. It blocks the main part of the light so we can even get any imaging at all. This satellite's 1 million miles closer to the sun than what we are. So I'm just going to leave that at that. It gives us about an hour lead time when space weather hits this satellite, and in about an hour, typically it'll be hitting Earth. Okay? So we pay attention to this because this is a coronagraph, and we can see what we call halo signatures, and that's energy poking around the occulter disk. Okay? If it's all the way going around, that means it's coming either right at us or it's going off the back. We just can't see what's behind here. So how do we know? Well, we go over to SDO now. We used to go to Stereo A, get a side view, and we still can, kinda. But we come here and then we look for the timing, the timestamps, to line up with something that we see that happened here. So if they both happen at the same time on the Earth-facing side, that means we got something coming, right? So I'll just leave it at that. Now, I probably should have started with that that story. I'm sorry, guys. I should have started with that story. I'm sure that there's people here that just want to listen to that. They don't really necessarily want to hear the space weather conditions at this second. But I'm about done with that anyway. So I just want to make sure I bring these things to your guys' attention because I don't know. Yeah. We could be getting storms again very shortly. So we got into a G4, and I did report on that. So let me go here. Where are we going here? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pull something up here. Let's see here. There it is. Okay, so this is the German website. We could change it to English language. Now, I do want to point this out. Okay? So they were forecasting an uptick. They've really been kind of spot on when it comes to that. Their timing has been really good. NOAA's timing has been awesome lately. So, and it almost got to a G1 right there. And that was just a few hours ago. This is 30-minute increments, so it was 2 hours ago. So with that being said, again, this is a 30-minute average, these bars. But if we come over here to NOAA, these are 3 hour. So you guys know which one I prefer. I prefer the 30-minute one because it gives us a better understanding, a more up-to-date type of thing. Who got me there? TNAZ, thank you. Appreciate you. 5 memberships, baby. I got something planned for that too, guys. So you guys know. I think, and I'll just go ahead. Well, I'm gonna stop squirreling. Hey, the rule here: anybody in the chat that sees me and I start squirreling like that, you guys need to just start throwing squirrels all over the chat, okay? And get me back focused. I'm getting back into a routine now. I'm starting to feel a little bit better with that. So just so you guys know, I know I'm a little kind of moving around right now, but it's actually, I thought I'd be doing worse today because I just have not been thinking very well today. I'm extremely tired, just so you know. Yeah, exactly. I love it. You guys are awesome. Hey, Mark. Okay, so let me go to the next day here. And what we've seen here before I move, on the 6th, we did see kind of like a partial there on the end. Now, I guess let's go back one more day, because I think I'm trying to find the one that I thought I seen something that not necessarily we should have overlooked. We can go back to the 4th here if we can. Notice how the sun is still active. Okay? This just not been firing big ones right at us. Yep, this is the one here. I think I actually showed this one to you guys last time I did a stream. Right there. Ooh, I meant to hit pause. And I'm going to show it to you again, too, because... Pause, man. What the heck? The heck's going on, Wages? What the heck's wrong with you, man? Alright, so let me back it up. Okay, you guys see this haze right here? You can kind of see it right there. That was actually a CME that was fired at us. And it did hit us. It gave us a glancing blow. And we did go into geomagnetic storm. But it was so low level we didn't really see any effects from it. So I just wanted to make sure you guys seen that. Broken Fish was crack-a-lacking. Hey, Aaliyah. Guys, give me a roll call in there while I go over here to the next screen. Give me a roll call, and I want to show you guys this. Okay? This is my X page. If you guys come over here, you guys are going to get another notification that I go live. Because I post it here also. Anybody that has an X account, just follow me, and I'll follow you back. And I'm posting here too. I'm not really posting videos or anything like that here. It's basically just for the reason to give you guys another notification. Papa Bjorn, 20 of them. Holy cow, bud. Thank you. Wow. 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 That's very generous. Thank you. Anybody that got that, please be sure to tell them thanks. That is so cool, Papa Bjorn. I love that. Thank you. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Daggone it. Hit the wrong button. And again, yeah. So, okay. Gary, Indiana. I seen Hooterville over there, Mr. Jammer. Kentucky. I love it. Love my people from Kentucky. Hey, Chris. What's up, bud? Also, guys, I got one of the coolest... Oh, my gosh. I was crying. I'm not even kidding. One of the best emails I had ever got. And Stacy's in Illinois. That's right. Northeast Ohio tab. I remember you. Remember you in Northeast Ohio? Love it. Oh, my gosh, guys. Wow. Planet Hermit, thank you. And here you are with another a $10 super chat. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I am going to be giving back, guys, just so you know. Okay? Let's see here. Before I miss anybody, I want to make sure. Hey, Devin. Vancouver, baby. Heck yeah, I love my Canucks. Axe and Nacho are up there. Okay, so please come over here and follow me. I'm not going to do any kind of content over here, okay? At least not right now. I have no plans to do that. You did, Bjorn. I just read that super chat. He did. He warned me over on Marfugel about 3 or 4 days ago. He said he's going to come over here and start donating some memberships. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't expect you to, but thank you so much. Hey, Surgery, what's up? Dr. J-Man, Billy Jacks, what's happening? Okay, so with the membership thing too, guys, and even here on the main channel, well, on the main show, I guess, I'm thinking about starting something like, tell me what you guys think. I want your guys' opinion on this. That's why I'm bringing it up. Hey, miss, what's up? Cool. Hope you're feeling good, girl. What I'm thinking about doing is, if I get so many memberships in a day during a live stream, I want to give whoever gave the most a gift certificate, or not really a gift certificate. Well, I guess it kind of is, like a Google card. So say I got 50 memberships that day, I'll make sure we, you know, I send somebody, whoever put out the most, I'll send them, or I can put them in a hat. If you guys wanted to do that, I can do that too. It's pretty cool. It's a kind of a random draw from anybody who did donate that day, and give you guys something back for it. I've got some solar cards too, bicycle cards. I can give that stuff away, but I think I like the Google card better because everybody can use it, and you can get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'll say. I feel so humbled and just loved. Oh my gosh, Papa Bjorn. Wow. Holy cow, guys. Email me, Papa Bjorn. Please. I got to give you some of that. I mean, I'll send you some cards, man. And they're good quality cards too. Yeah, so please email me. I'm so appreciative when stuff like that happens, and it humbles me that anybody wants to listen to some hillbilly in Indiana talk about space weather. So we'll just leave it at that. But thank you so much again, guys. You guys are awesome. Wow. Okay. Anyway, but please come over here to X and follow me. Now I know the AI thing scares people. It scares me, frankly. And I'll say this too. This did something the other day that freaked me out. I'm just gonna, and I'll tell you about it here in just a minute. Okay. So don't let me get off stream without telling you guys what happened with the AI. Because it really did. It shocked me when it happened. We all know our phones are listening to us, right? It kind of goes down that kind of line. But we'll talk about that in a second. Okay. So what do we expect to see, right, here in the next few days? Guys, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of like geomagnetic storming. But there's other things going on. Okay. Also, I'm going to start doing. Did you do another $10 super chat? Wow. Bjorn, there you going, man. So cool. Thank you. I know, bud. I want to send you some cards though. I ain't got to send you a gift certificate. I'll send you some cards, some really cool stuff. Anybody, actually, if you guys wanted something like that, you guys can email me, and if I got it, I share, brother. I really do. I got some cards that they don't make anymore, and I've been sharing those with people, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, because there's not a lot of ways I can give back to you guys except for something like that. And I'm very seriously looking at some coffee cups and keychains. I think coffee cups is a good idea with like a big sun on it or something. You can go buy one of those, support the channel, and get a coffee cup. Pretty cool. But we'll see if that happens here. I'm going to work on it. Broken fish. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for pulling me back in there, Hermit. Appreciate you. Okay, and something else has kind of got me moving around here, squirreling, because since he put that in there, I got a little bit different of a setup, and I'm not quite used to it yet. I'm just trying to increase the quality of the videos for you guys. I think that's important. Anybody that cares will do that. Any kind of content creator. And, at some level, you got to stay competitive. And AI, like I said a minute ago, is changing a lot of things. YouTube has its own AI in the analytics now. I'm not sure if you guys knew that or not. But it's also really good, too. It's a good one. Jeremy, thank you, bud, for the $20 super chat there. That's awesome. Crack-a-lackin', baby. Okay, so let me go over here and show you. I'm going through my tabs up here to make sure I don't forget anything in the Nowcast. But I'm thinking about doing regular weather too. Okay, this like during like tornado outbreaks. I'm really well versed in meteorology. I'm not a meteorologist, but I do know, and I'm comfortable telling people and showing people what things mean on a radar or on a velocity scan, the correlation coefficient. You guys might not even know what that is. what that is, it kind of shows you if there's a debris ball from a tornado that hits a populated area. It actually can see, and we can tell if it's debris or if it's rain. So when we see those kinds of things, if you're seeing a debris ball, you've definitely got a tornado on the ground, and it could be pretty big. Now, given what's happened the past few weeks, you know, it's kind of got me doing that. And actually, I'll show you something here. Hold on one second. Let's do this. Nah, let's not do that. Well, I'll show it to you guys later on a different show. But I got an app called WeatherWise, and Ryan Hall's using it now, and it's so cool. All the tools you need, it's there. Okay, so thumbnail. What did thumbnail say, right? They're warning us about grid down, right? And that's what they're doing. So let me show you why. This is something I've been talking about for a long time. I had no idea they were going to use this to kind of point towards, you know, hey, we could actually see grid down during a good hard hit, right? We always go back to the Carrington event. Everybody does, right? Let me get another. Dang, Papa Bjorn, thank you. Wow, man. You guys are killing it in there. Thank you so much. Man, I just don't even know what to say sometimes. You guys bless me so much, it's not even... It doesn't seem fair sometimes. So thank you for that. I'm trying to find it so I can highlight it. But, okay. Anyway, so tell them thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you again. Anybody who does anything. Simply sharing and hitting like is giving back to me because it helps push things out. So if you know, don't ever feel like you have to do anything, you know, with memberships or anything like that. I'll never put anything behind a paywall. Anything we do over on the members only stream is going to be fun. Just so you know. Okay. So, and look what Dr. Tony Phillips is saying right here. I ain't going to say that out loud because the algorithm does not like it with those 3 words right there. When they get strung together. But I'm telling you guys, even when you think you're not using that, you are. And again, I'll share a story in my next live stream about what I was talking about there. But you guys hear me talk about Aurora, right? This is one of the main things we look at, right? When we see geomagnetic storms. It's a definite thing when you're seeing Aurora any further south than midway, well, let's just say the, yeah. You see it into our country, America, at the border between, I was trying not to say that word because of everything that's going on, but there's no other way to say it. The Canadian-American border, if you see anything lower than that, if you're seeing Aurora that far south, you can probably pretty much bet we're in a geomagnetic storm. And this is why I bring this up. And it's a good indication. And if we start seeing a bunch of this stuff, then we know we're getting into stronger ones. Right? Because the further south it goes, towards the equator, or north, if you live in the southern hemisphere, right? The closer it gets to the equator, the stronger the storm is. And here's the thing. They actually used this wording. And I'm going to show it to you. Where's it at? Well, I'll just read this right here. Imagine northern lights far south. That's what he's saying right here. Right there. Okay, when you see that word, and this is from a mainstream thing, guys. This isn't something alternative. I really have to tell you guys that because it's important. Important to know. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I should have done that the first. I apologize. I'm trying to do my best here, guys. Thank you, Bjorn. Appreciate you again. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I will get better at that. Thank you for getting that out of there, by the way, Aliyah. I appreciate it. Okay. Anyway, so when you see this, I'm talking about what was in the thumbnail now. I am sorry. I mean, I really am. I apologize, guys. I should have done this at the beginning. I just let myself down. Gosh. I'm just kind of out of sync today, guys. I don't know why. And again, my setup's a little bit different, but it just is, so I apologize, guys. Tomorrow's video will be better. I promise you. Anyway, they're warning us now. So when you see Aurora, and that they've taken notice now. This has happened enough now that they are doing research on this. Why are we seeing Aurora that far south? Right? So if you guys read this, it says, by re-examining, where'd they go right there? Hey, Deep Quake, thank you, bud. Appreciate you. If you read that right there, what's it say? They went straight to the Carrington event. And this is important for everybody to see. Carrington event and other superstorms. Guys, the Carrington event isn't the only storm we've ever had. And it's easy to go back to that one because it was pivotal. It was a very strong solar storm, but it was the storm that we are now able to understand that a flare and a CME are not the same thing. They happen outside of themselves. Now, they oftentimes happen together, but it's not a necessity. It doesn't have to be like that, okay? So, anyway, so they went back, and the scientists went back and did some research after they started saying, hey, why are we seeing Aurora down that far south? What's going on? Then what did they say? Read this part. Look. Researchers found that Aurora can travel surprisingly far south. Threatening. Look at the wording they're using here, guys. I don't know that I've ever seen mainstream at all use these words. I'm not kidding. This is why I'm doing this, because this is something that completely shocked me when I started reading the wording of this. It says threatening low latitude power systems. Again, look, previously thought to be safe from geomagnetic currents. Okay? So Dr. Tony Phillips wrote this paragraph here. And then he left a link here where it says here. And what that link is, it's the actual abstract. Okay? So, if I click here, it takes us to the abstract. And again, guys, I'm sorry. Mods, I am so sorry you're having to deal with people doing that to me tonight. It's my fault. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. I really do. I feel bad. Anyway, this is the actual abstract paper. These are the doctors that did it. Okay? I'm not even going to try to say their names because I'll butcher them. But again, they're talking about this, so they went back and they researched all these other storms that were happening. There was a storm in 1770, I think it says it up here. Yeah, is estimated to have had a maximum math. I'll just put it to you that way, right there. Okay, and that all what they're doing, guys. They're showing power back and forth. Papa Bjorn, what's up? Exactly. Yes, please get one of those, guys. I know there's controversy on whether or not they work or not, but I'm telling you they do. It's my opinion. EMP shield. So check them out, guys, if you can. And if you do, guys, decide to go get an EMP shield, please hop over to Marfugal, and use his link. You'll help him out, and you'll be able to get a good product there. If anybody doesn't know what that is it protects you against EMPs or a Carrington level event. Okay? Because essentially it's the same thing. When we get hit with a geomagnetic storm, we see the same effects. Okay? And so when you guys see these abstracts like this, most of us aren't going to be able to completely like all this math inside here, right? And this is just like an overview of what they studied. Now, but look what it's got. Plain language summary. So they dumb it down for people like me. Okay, hey, see here, think. Good to see you. So when I'm looking at this, you guys can read this. So it tells you what it says based on Aurora, I'll just highlight it here, that occurred in 1770 was likely about as intense as the Carrington event. Hey, Trish. Hey, guys. Trish is now one of my managing mods, so tell her congratulations in there if you would. And thank you, Trish, for doing that for me. I appreciate it. I got 7 or 8 managing mods. And everybody that has one of those deserves it. So, just saying. Now, that doesn't mean that some of the other mods don't deserve it too. I just can't have a butt ton of them. But, hey, Joe. Anyway, tell Trish congratulations and thanks for doing that for me, Trish. Appreciate you. It says, based on Aurora sightings, a storm that occurred in 1770 was likely as intense as the Carrington event. Right? A vision described by the ancient, listen to this, by the ancient Jewish priest Ezekiel could plausibly have been inspired by a brilliant display of aurorae. Okay? Now, I know, okay, if you're a Christian like myself, right, I'm not going to get into kind of some sort of religious conversation here, but what they're saying here is that there might have been aurora back then that caused Ezekiel to think a certain way, or at least pay attention. Now, me saying that doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't inspired by God. Okay, so that's what I mean. He could have used Aurora to show Ezekiel. Who knows? Right? But yeah. So yeah, I know. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, mods. You guys are getting beat up in there, aren't you? I apologize. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so if you guys don't think you can understand the actual paper, just read down to plain language. And what they're saying, guys, we now have some research proof that, you know, SHTF, grid down stuff, can happen, and it can happen from a geomagnetic storm. That's what we know from this paper now. Because of exactly the reason I say that, let me take you back to, I guess I just got to go back. Yeah, okay. Surprisingly, see these words they use? Okay, they're warning. Where's the other word I was showing you guys earlier? It's a new scientific study. Is a real possibility. Listen, guys. I mean, these are the key words that we've been waiting to see eventually start being said. Now, those of us that aren't, you know, obviously I don't have an education. Just look at some of the people slamming me in the chat. You'll figure that out real quick. But anyway, yeah. This is a very real possibility. And if we get hit with another Carrington level event, you know, and sometimes I don't know that it's going to take that much. But they're now saying, hey, the geomagnetic currents can do that, even far down towards the equator. That's what they're saying. Okay? It just is what it is. And get over and check out Ron, too. Thank you, IG, for putting that in there. Earthquakes, we see an earthquake uptick every time. Every time we see anything happening on the sun, we always see a seismic uptick. Now, I will say this. These coronal holes is the main feature that we look for if we're talking about seismic activity uptick. Right? Now, if you guys watched me, last week, week before, whatever, we had Mount Etna erupted, plus we were seeing earthquakes all over the place. Okay? But not too many people went here and said, hey, the whole time we're having this uptick, what's going on? Coronal holes. You can literally go match it up, and I did it for you guys about a week or two ago. And it's like, listen, this coronal hole started affecting us, and then what happened? The world started shaking, baby. Okay? That's what happened. And it really hasn't stopped since. I mean, we really have had a lot of seismic activity. So I just wanted to make sure I touched on that because, I don't understand exactly how that would work. But all I do know is every time we have these coronal holes facing us, it's an observation. I see earthquake upticks, seismic uptick all over the planet. I know we I start talking about blot echoes and all those other kind of things, but I just don't have that knowledge base enough to where I feel comfortable, kind of showing you guys how that all works. I don't have that knowledge base, okay? Now, I will say this, Ron does, okay? And there's whoever your favorite one is. I tell everybody, listen and watch everybody, okay? Please do. So, yeah. So, what do you guys think about that? I'm seriously, I'm interested to know. Do you guys think that this is legit? Because I think it is. I mean, we've seen satellites falling out of the sky during low-level geomagnetic storms. They launched in those conditions hundreds of times with no issue. And then it was like 14 of the 21 Starlinks fell out of the sky during a G1 storm. And then a week later, the other company, I forget the name of the company, but they were launched and they were putting satellites up there also during a G1 storm. And they lost their satellites too. So I just, when you see those things happen, you can't ignore them. One time, if you see it one time, yeah, you could say that's a coincidence. But the chances of that happening a week apart to a different company during the same type of thing, could you imagine? Hey, Ripper, what's up, bud? All these strange lights. Yeah. It really could. Hey, Angel Wings. Mr. Eddie Quake, what's up? That's right. Our weak grid, the grid's weakening. In certain areas of the world, I do think that it needs upgraded. We don't think when we're talking about electricity, we don't think in terms of, hey, we put this up here, we strung all these electrical lines. Guys, over time, those things deteriorate. It ain't like you put it up there one time and turn your head and forget about it. Infrastructure always has to be continually worked on and upgraded. And I think that we kind of got behind. That's my opinion. So, and it is. It's just an opinion. And other people hold the same opinion. But I want to share something with you guys here, guys, okay? But again, before I do that, I want you guys to understand that Aurora, and I've said this 1,000 times, is what got these guys looking at this. Okay? I've been telling everybody, if you don't have to have a model, you don't have to have any data. If you go outside and you live in Florida and you look up and see Aurora, you don't have to ask questions. You know what's going on. It's a geomagnetic storm. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I do what I do, so you guys have a better understanding and a deeper understanding, so you're not scared when those things happen. You make better decisions. Hey, J-Poss. Yes, space weather 100% affects us, Trish. Hey, Isaac, good to see you, bud. Hey, Kathy. But yeah, so now we're also in noctilucent cloud season. For those that don't know what a noctilucent cloud is, he actually tracks them down here. Right there. Okay? He tracks these, and they used to have a graph here, but the satellite that they used for that quit working. So we kind of lost the ability to do that. But what you're going to see with noctilucent clouds is, well, here's the forecast. Notice you're not seeing nothing here because they're not forecasting anything right now. That's why you don't see any blue here on this map. Okay? And when we do, I'll be sure to show it to you guys so we can see it. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So, anyway, as I do this, what you're going to see with the noctilucent clouds, you see this underneath here? Those are noctilucent clouds. They're actually underneath the Aurora, I think. Hold on. They might be above it. Let's see here. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if they look below it. So if it was above it, I would think that it would be influenced by the color of the Aurora also. So, yeah. But noctilucent clouds is water vapor that goes high up into the atmosphere, highest parts, and freezes around meteor dust, around our poles. Okay? That's what it does. So what's happening is, basically, there's meteor particles that's got now inside of a big old clump of ice because it's cold in our ionosphere, and the light shines through it, and it makes this color. They're really pretty clouds, and they do happen at the highest parts of our atmosphere. What I can do here, give me 1 second, guys. I'll show you our atmosphere here. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so this will show you the level where we see things. So noctilucent clouds is showing you right here. Let's see if I can't zoom in a little bit more. Oh yeah, here we go. Noctilucent clouds, right there. It's below Aurora. I'm not going to get into what air glow is, but that's more of a heating effect. But as you can see, this is where our satellites are. Not too far from the Aurora, is it? So, I mean, we go outside and we look up and we see satellites or whatever, and we don't really think about how close they actually are to us on the ground. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Did you do another gifted membership there, Mr. Bjorn? Thank you, buddy. My gosh, man. Wow. I want to highlight that if I can find it. Well, let's just do this. There we go. Hopefully that put it up there. Thank you. Thank you, Bjorn. Appreciate you. But, so, again, this is the level where we see things. Noctilucent clouds is over here. So it is, it says the mesosphere, but I thought it was in the ionosphere. Of course, the ionosphere ain't even mapped out here, so it could be. But it's meteor dust around our poles. Now, the next question people are going to ask me, why is it around our poles? Well, because of magnetics. Okay? Half the meteors we get have metal in them. Okay? So what that's going to do, it's going to go towards positive or negative. Like a magnet. So that's why it hangs around the poles. Now, I will say this. When we start seeing them creep up, because that's what I've talked about this before too. Well, hey, surgery. Hey, when it starts creeping up towards our equator or just further towards the equatorial regions, whether you're going south or north, depending on what hemisphere you're in, when you start seeing them far north or far south, you should understand that something's different. Okay? It's not a normal thing. It's just not. Yeah. Yep. There you go. I'll do that right there. There you go. Thank you, Angel. Well said. So, yeah. So that's where noctilucent clouds are. And I really hadn't planned on talking about that, but because I got this up here, might as well. But yeah, so as far as Aurora, okay, again, it's right here. So when you start seeing these Aurora get creeping down south and south and south, especially when we don't expect it to be that south, because it should take, and this is the issue. This is where people start to like peel away from each other and argue. We're seeing this stuff further south now than we did before during low-level storms. Now, there's a lot of questions on how that happens. You know, is our technology making it just easier for us to share what we see? I do think that that's part of it, but it's not all of it. Okay? You know, obviously we can, you know, reach out, grab our phone, and snap a picture. I love you too, brother. Oh, goodness gracious. I tell you. Wow. Okay. But I will say this too, guys. I'm going to address that, by the way. I'm just going to do that right now. Let me go over here. Okay, this is my channel, guys, right? Now, I put this thumbnail here, right? That's what the comment said. Said whatever about me. Said I was scaring people. Anybody that's ever watched my show should know that I'm not scaring anybody. It's never my intent. First off, I will say this. I never, ever say things intentionally to scare anybody. I'm doing the opposite. At least that's my goal. I might not succeed every time. My goal is to give people awareness so they're not scared when things happen. I very seldom use this word. Warning. Go back and look at my thumbnails. Okay? The only time I use it is when we got a big geomagnetic storm or a big flare, or when they have used it. Okay? And that's today. Right here. What's it say? Right here. Look. Warns. They're warning us. That's a warning. Okay, so back to the thumbnail, because that's what he just ripped me over. So I'm scaring people with the thumbnail and all that stuff. Well, okay, that's not my intent, number one. Number two, this thumbnail, every thumbnail should be made with the intentions of grabbing somebody's attention. How else are you going to get people to watch? If I say it on my thumbnail, I will talk about it in my video. That's a promise. You can go watch any of my stuff. That's how I do things. I very seldom use this word, like I said, unless they've used it. And I'm just kind of repeating what was said there. Or we got a big geomagnetic storm coming. Or maybe a tsunami, whatever has happened. I've done that before. But you will never, ever, very seldom hear me say, warning, warning, run, 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 run. No, That doesn't happen here. Because I'm not going to have to say that to you guys. Mainly because I won't be able to. If something is really that bad. The internet won't be here. Okay? So I'm trying to give people the ability to understand when things start happening around you. You understand what's going on, so you don't even have to come to me to look to say, hey, this is what's going on. I better go do this. Right? Also, if you got awareness, your fear level drops so quick, it's not even funny. Because now, instead of, having a confusion of understanding what's going on around you, you already know, so then you can turn and make the right decisions. But yeah. But anyway, that's okay. Yeah, guys. Hey, listen. I got thick skin, guys. I think if people were to, if they, I don't care if they can hammer me all they want in there, guys. I really, just let it go. Unless it's vulgar or attacking somebody else. Okay? If they want to say something about me, that's fine. That's their right. Go ahead. I mean, I've always been, just do that. I mean, if that's actually how you feel, okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best that I can. Always have. I don't always get things right. And when I get something wrong, I come back and tell you guys. And let me say this too. None of us here on the internet know what's going on with somebody else on the internet inside their own lives. Okay? I'm a human being, just like everybody else here. So when something negative's said, yeah, I can kind of brush it off. My skin's a lot thicker than it used to be. But it does affect me. I'm not going to sit there and lie to anybody about that. Or anything at all. But I would caution people. Not everybody is to the level I'm at. And right now, guys, I mean, my headspace, I've had a lot of stuff going on that I haven't even been talking about here. So when that stuff happens, it affects me even more right now. Just to be honest with you. But that's okay. What I want you guys to get from that, the people that are here trolling me or whatever you guys want to call that, I mean, I don't really care. But if it wasn't me sitting here, it was somebody else that was 2 seconds from doing the unthinkable. I couldn't live with myself if I found out that I made a comment in somebody's chat and somebody went and unalived themselves. I mean, that would be so horrible, man. It just, man, that's that invisible wall, the internet, that you can just come on here and say whatever you want and not ever know how it's affecting somebody else. Or even if you do know, you keep saying it because there's no consequences. And that's okay. You can do that to me. But I would highly encourage you not to do that to other people. Because you don't know where they're at in their lives, guys. You really don't. And you'll never ever see me go in anybody's chat. And I even, like the people that you guys know that I don't like other channels, I don't let you guys say bad things about them either. So, anyway. I know you're IG. It's just, there's so much negativity in the world, and I come here and I talk to you guys. You guys, let me tell you something. I will not let 2 or 3 comments in that comment in the chat section ruin my day. It ain't gonna happen. I used to. That's a skill that you have to learn. It just is. But not everybody's already have learned that yet, guys. And I'm talking not to my regular viewers. I'm talking to people that Thank you, Tiger's Eye. I appreciate you. It scares me for other people. It really does, because some people are that emotionally fragile, and you just don't know where they're at. And you can say those kinds of things, turn your screen off, and never have to think about it again, while they're at home dealing with what they got going on. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. I don't. Nobody whining. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not whining about nothing. I'm trying to give you guys the truth of how it works in other people's channel. I just told you I'm not gonna let it affect me. Not to that kind of level. I'm not whining about nothing. But that's okay if you hold that position. That's fine. It's all good. I'm serious. It really is. And like I said before, guys, and I said this a lot, and I haven't said it in a while because it is kind of, how can I say it? It's abrasive. But they're doing exactly what I would expect somebody to do that doesn't like what they're watching. But you need to take it to the next step. Don't leave the comment, and then just hit the big red X at the top of the top right of your screen. You don't have to say those kinds of things. You just don't. Because it's not going to do any good. There's nothing positive is going to come from that. And if your goal is to make something negative, you know, I pity you. I really do. You know, if that's people's goal, I guess it's their goal. But what I'm telling you, you don't know where people's heads at. You really don't. And let me say this. I love my channel, and I love the people here. Really love the people. I care about them. When somebody's not here, that usually is, I'm asking. So, anyway, guys, listen too. If you're a content creator, we go through this. Ask Hilly. He'll tell you. Anybody else in here does content, you know, yeah, exactly. See here, think. Well, thank you, Planet Hermit. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna say this too. You guys, you know, I don't show analytics on my channel to you guys, like the numbers in the background. But there is one that I like to share with people because it's different. This kind of sets me a little different than a lot of the other channels. You will be hard pressed to find a channel that reports on space weather or anything that's scientific that has over 50% women watching. I got more women that watch me than I do men. It's about 50-50, but it's like 51-49. Right? You're not going to find another science channel that has those kinds of ratios. So I'm doing something good for those people because they're resonating with me and they're understanding what I'm saying. And I think a lot of it is because I'm not mean to people. So anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Breathing exercises. Okay, members only. That's coming here in the next couple days. I may even do 2 of them this week. I am definitely cracking down. I'm going to try to give. And let me say this too. If anybody that has said bad things about me today, if you're still listening to me, I would urge you to come back and listen to at least one more of my live streams. And I'm going to start doing an update video in the morning. I'm usually not all over the place like this. I do it when I start doing it, they put squirrels in the chat and I come back to center. But I know that I squirreled a lot tonight. I hate the fact that I did that. I should have talked about what was in the thumbnail at the beginning. That's a mistake, and I apologize. So anybody that hears me say that, please, that's a real apology. I hate it too when I go to other people's channel And what they talk about on the thumbnail, they make you wait till the end to hear it. So I do apologize for that. I don't do that intentionally. And also, guys, let me say this too. Anybody that has gifted memberships, that has given super chats, thank you so much. Not going to get into how much that is helping me, okay? But know that if you can't do stuff like that, nothing's ever going to be behind a paywall. And I will never do members only content that I won't show here too when it comes to space weather. So we just have fun over there. And just give somebody a second, third chance sometimes. And I do get more focused. This is, when I go a couple days with no video, it does get me out of routine. And the reason I was kind of out of routine today is because it's been a few days, because I've been working on my setup. I got a new mic. I'm trying to make things better for everybody. So I apologize for being all over the place. But I think Marf is live. I think so. Let me see. Yep. Pretty sure he is. Anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and get out of here. Please come over to Marf and watch. And go watch Ron. Please, guys, everybody. Hilly. Check out Hilly. All that. I'll be here tomorrow. I got stuff starting to come together in my life right now to where I'll be able to be here every day. My daughter started her first job ever, and I am so proud of her. She's going to college in the fall. She's working at a bank my wife works at for summer help. It's a good program they got there. I'm a proud father. I really am. All three of my kids do good, and it's so anybody that is listening to me that needs to hear a positive word, hey, the Kool-Aid Krew loves you. Always. And it'll never change. Even the people that slam me, we still love those people too. And thanks to my mods. Trish, thank you for taking on another role here. I appreciate you. Ilea, everybody else. All my mods are awesome. Planet Hermit, Papa Bjorn, thank you. Who else donates? Where's he at? I think Jeremy did, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jeremy Single Knuckle. Brother, you're awesome too, man. I mean, all you guys are awesome. So if you can't do something like that, just leaving a like and sharing it out, it really does help. Come over here to X, guys, and follow me. And I'm just gonna post when I go live. I'm not really doing content over here. I might do little videos or something, some fun stuff or whatever, but this is more so we can get notifications to people that sometimes have issues getting them through YouTube. So yeah. Sage Pup! Well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you. And make no mistake, guys, I recognize that this probably wasn't my best yeah, my best work, I guess. I mean, I gave you guys some good information, but I just did it the wrong way. Yeah, I regret that. I'm already regretting that. But probably what I'll do, I'm probably going to make a standalone video and talk about this. Also, guys, anybody that kind of left out of there like that and said some bad things about me or whatever, hammered me, trolled me, whatever you want to call it, come back. We love you. I don't care. Come on back. Always give people second chances and stuff anyway, but, yeah. Okay. All right, guys, I am done. But get over there to Marfoogle. He's live right now. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. Where are we at? I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys. Google TV. He's getting ready to go live here. Okay? So let me share it. I'll copy the link. Okay. And here's the link to Marf's. Go over here and check out Marf, okay, guys? That's the link to this thing. Thank you, Planet Hermit, and everybody else, guys. I love all Rampage. What's up? I love all you guys. I really, truly do. And thank you for sticking with me through all the trouble. Hey, Marilyn, what's up? Hey, what do you want? What kind of flavor you like, Marilyn? Email me. Let me know. Trish, what's up? Thanks again, Trish, and thank you for you and Rich both. Hey, there's my baby girl right there. There she is. That's my baby girl Avery right there. She's awesome. I wish everybody could get to know my daughter and my two sons. I really do. Hey, Sage Pup. It'd be awesome if somehow that could happen. Maybe one of these days we'll do a meetup somewhere. If my channel ever gets gets to that size. That'd be so cool, though. It really would. And prayers for everybody that needs them. Trinity does. I mean, everybody needs them. Trinity does, and so does Jammer. I know Jammer's going through some stuff. Anybody that's lost anybody here lately, I know there's been a couple of you guys. Always prayers for you. So, but check out Adam right here. He's live right now, guys. So, go check him out, all right? Please get over there. And I'll see you guys over there. All right? God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid.